work of fiction. Emily's similarity to actual persons, locations, groups is purely coincidental. Oh, okay. I see what happened. Hey kid, are you okay? What happened? Can you hear me? I hear someone's voice. You know what? It might be better if I move this up here. Alright. Oh, thank goodness you're awake. Are you okay? What's going on? Where am I? Who am I? I can't remember anything. You don't remember anything? No, I don't. Who am I? And we're back to sleep. Oh, now we're on. When I woke up again, I found myself in a room with the man who had saved me. That was pretty rough. I hope you're feeling a little better. I'm Amachi. It's nice to meet you. Nice to meet you too, and thanks for saving me. Oh, don't mention it. I did what anyone would have done. I live alone, so make yourself at home. Okay, so, where did you find me? I passed by Unakami Cliff. You were out cold on the grass, by the side of the street. Seems like you fell from the cliff right into the bushes and landed on the grass. The other side was the sea. Not too many people pass by there, so you got lucky, kid. Yeah, I guess I did. Thank you so much. I just did what needed to be done. Do you remember anything yet? No, nothing. I see. Hey, don't sweat it. I'm sure you'll come across something that'll remind you of your past soon enough. By the way, you're in Osato City. Does that ring a bell at all? No, not really. I can help if you ever need me, so come back anytime. Helpful? Seems like you fell from the cliff right into the bushes and landed on the grass. My head is killing me. Do you think I injured it in the fall? I would think so. No wonder you can't remember anything. Hopefully, going back there will help to jog your memory. I can't remember anything. I mean, there's a remember button. It's not like I couldn't try it. Okay, let's travel to the accident site. I think I'll head back to the cliff to check it out. You're sure? Just take it easy out there. If you need anything at all, just let me know. I'm happy to help. Thank you very much, Mr. Amachi. I'll be going now. So this is where Amachi found me. How did you know how to get back here? I hear the distant sound of the waves. Sky. This is a pretty view. It seems like the grass is about 4 to 5 meters from the top of the cliff. Okay. Dead tree. This tree is withered. It looks like it's dying. Thanks to the grass that cushioned my fall, I got away with only minor injuries. There's a patch of land with no grass. I wonder if the wind from the ocean is affecting it. Check the ocean. Supposedly this place is called Unakami. That's helpful. Not. It's a boat. It seems close, but also far away. My depth perception is off. Amachi said he found me around here. Looks like I fell from the top of this cliff. It's a pretty desolate place. All I can hear are the waves. Huh? Did I hear something? This is where Amachi found and rescued me. Well, fat load of help you are. The feeling I've missed something. Sky, ocean, ground. Ground, grass, cliff. Front of the cliff. Here we go. The tip of the cliff is protruding out towards the sea. If I fall from there, I'd end up in the ocean. Huh. Is that someone's voice? Is that someone's voice? Huh? Is that a girl yelling? Is she calling for me? Travel to the top of cliff. I'll try going over there. Hey, where the heck did you go? You just disappeared. I was so worried. You were worried about me? Do we know each other? Huh? What are you talking about? If you're joking, you better stop it right now. Top of the cliff. So, what's your name? What kind of joke is this? I'm Ayumi Tachibana. We work together at Utsugi Detective Agency. Ayumi? I'm sorry, I just can't remember. What do you mean you can't remember? Well... What? You have amnesia? You seem to know me, so maybe you can help remind me. Wow, okay, but before I do, tell me how you lost your memory. Well, if I knew that! I don't know the details, I just woke up. You fell from there onto the grassy area and blacked out. Lucky it wasn't the other side, you'd have been done for. Okay, just follow me to the office. Office? We'll talk there. So, this is Utsugi Detective Agency. You really don't remember anything. Huh. Let's just get you inside. This is Detective Utsugi's office, where we work. He's out on a business trip and won't be back for a while. Okay, so who is this Detective Utsugi? He's the head of this detective agency. You are his assistant. Me? So weird. I don't remember that. I see. This is Detective Utsugi's office where we work. He's out on a business trip and won't be back for a while. I heard you met Detective Utsugi around the time you were in junior high. You met the detective in this town while searching for your long-lost parents. What? I was looking for my parents? I don't know all the details, but that's what I heard. In fact, you're still searching for them. Why were you at the cliff? You called and said you were going to meet someone there. I was waiting for you to call me back, but you never did, so I got worried. I was going to meet up with someone? That's what you said, but you left this behind, so I was able to figure out where you were. It says Myojin Village and Ayashiro. You wrote this before you left, right? Is something wrong? Don't stare at me like that. It's embarrassing. Wait, what else is in here? There are a bunch of thick binders stuffed with files and documents inside. It's a mirror. There's nothing special about it. It's not a sofa. This sofa looks well loved. That is not a sofa. That's a chair. Table. This table looks nice and sturdy. Okay. Don't touch that. Detective Utsugi is very protective of his personal belongings. Fine. Hey, wait. Where are you going? Is something wrong? Don't stare at me like that. It's embarrassing. Okay, so I think I've looked at everything in here. If this is something I wrote, maybe it'll trigger a memory for me. Alright, I should head to Myojin Village. Wait, what's the point? If you can't remember your own name, surely there's nothing you can do, right? Come on, think. Try to remember. Famicom Detective Club, the girl who stands behind. Check if it is. Well, it doesn't, so... Nope. Please enter your last name. Please enter your first name. Are you happy with his name, Cellshade? Yes. Oh, wait. I remember now. Cellshade. That's it. That's my name. Ayumi, I'm going to head to Myojin Village. Alright, just be careful. Nintendo, originally published in 1988. If anyone gives the Ashihiro family trouble, I will return from beyond the grave and bring harm to the transgressor. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir. I was hoping the musical is going to keep going. Chapter 1, The Ayashiro Family. Myojin Station, Ticket Gate. A few hours later, I arrived at Myojin Station. The cliff I fell from is located between Myojin Village and Osada City, where Amachi's apartment is. Have I ever been here before? Excuse me. Yes, can I help you? I just have a few questions. Do you have a minute? Oh, sure. I don't know that name. Does the word Ayashiro mean anything to you? Ayashiro? You mean the Ayashiro family? You see over there, that big mansion at the foot of the Myojin Monument? Myojin Mountain belongs to the Ayashiros. It's a big mansion, alright. What's this village like? As you can tell, it's a quiet place. However, it is known in part for its ancient traditions and strange legends. If you want to know more, I'd suggest talking to some of the villagers. What's there to know about the Ayashiro family? Ayashiros ruled this land during the Sengoku period. Nowadays, they're known as one of Japan's richest families. Have I visited that place before? Wait a sec. Now that I think about it, you have visited this village before. What? That's out of nowhere. This station clerk seems to take his job seriously. If you have business here, I'm happy to help in any way I can. There's something written on there, but it's faded. I can't read it. I can see the blue skies. That mountain range goes on for miles. I can see the building from here. Okay, fine. I've been here before, but I don't remember anything. Thank you. Oh no, problem at all. Take care. The Ayashiro family. This must be the family I wrote down on the note. So this is the Ayashiro residence. Let's see if anyone's home and willing to talk. Hey people, do I know you? Excuse me. Yes. Is he a butler? I'm certain he certainly dressed the part. Oh, so Shade, where did you go? I was worried about you. Huh? Please, come in, come in. He seems to know me. So tell me, what did you find out? I'm sorry, but do I know you? What? Sir, what are you talking about? Well, you see, What? Memory loss? You mean you've forgotten about the investigation I requested? Do you even remember my name? What? Investigation? Sir Shade, listen to me carefully. You came here last week and accepted my request for an investigation. I asked you to look into the recent death of Kiku Ayashiro, the late head of this mansion. Please, remember. What? The doctor deemed it to be heart failure, but I find that rather hard to accept. So, are you suggesting that someone... Well, I invited you to this mansion to get to the bottom of that very question. Who would have thought you, of all people, would lose their memory? Right after I shared my suspicions, I believed you received a phone call from someone, Sir Shade. After the phone call, you rushed out saying you might be able to obtain crucial information. Remember? What? About Kiku. Mistress Kiku was Ayashiro Corporation's chairwoman, but her heart was getting weak. She was 78 after all. So she wrote a will, but the night she shared it with her family, she suddenly died in her bedroom. Any of this ring a bell for you? You are Sir Shade of Utsugi Detective Agency. I've commissioned you for an investigation. That's not helpful. Nothing in particular. Okay, I already read that. Okay, so remember. That's right. I did accept the request here. I remember now. And you're Zenso. Ah, you remember. I'm so glad I took the risk and told you. Instruction. Important notes are saved in the notepad automatically. If you want to look at the notepad screen... you can't! Press the plus button during the game to display the menu screen. On the menu screen, select Look at Notepad, and press the A button to view the investigation notes. Press the B button to return to the menu screen. 17. Yeah, there's a lot here. Okay. Just out of curiosity. I kinda like that. We should let you play it in the original graphics, so that would be cool. Considering I've never seen it in the original graphics. Let's stay here, though. Can you tell me the context of Miss Kiku's will? Well, only her relatives were present during the reading of the will, so I'm afraid not. I see. Which relatives were present? That would be Mistress Kiku's two nephews, Kanji and Jiro, along with her niece, Azusa Kasuga. No children or grandchildren, but her nephews and niece? Seems a little odd. I remember now. Same thing from earlier. I don't think that's the right thing.
先ほど申しましたように思い出したぞ。そう思い出したぞ。
Is this... To quit investigation is just the save menu. Okay. But how do I get past this screen is the question. Okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah, I know. I'm hitting the wrong buttons. I'm aware. Kanji's the oldest of the three siblings in his current CEO of Ayashiro Corporation. The youngest of the three is Sir Jiro. He is the managing director of Ayashiro Corporation. And Lady Azusa, who married into the Kasuga family, is the middle child. Not much help. See if they all live here. No, they only gathered here on that fateful day. However, Lady Azusa said that she'll be staying here for a little while. She isn't home at the moment, though. I'd like to speak with them. Well, as I said, they're not around at the moment. but I would be happy to introduce you later. Yes, please do. Answer Shade. I don't know if this will be of much help, but before you speak with the others, would you like to see Mistress Kiku's bedroom? Yes, I think that will be very helpful. I'll show you in. Please, follow me. This is Mistress Kiku's bedroom. Mistress Kiku passed away on her bed in this room. You can keep giving me an option. I don't know. Is there anyone else who lives here, Mr. Zenjo? Mr. Zenjo, I think is how you say that. There's a housekeeper named Akane. It's just the two of us now. Akane was the first person to discover Mistress Kiku's body. Akane was the first to discover Kiku's body, huh? I'd love to talk to Miss Akane. Unfortunately, she's out at the moment, but I'm sure she'll return soon. Akane was the person who discovered Mistress Kiku's body. Very helpful. Cause of death. Dr. Kumada was certain it was heart failure. Dr. Kumada. Who's Dr. Kumada? Dr. Kumada, Mistress Kiku's regular doctor. He's also the only doctor in this village. He runs Kumada Clinic, the village hospital. I think that's the most I get out of Zenjo for now. Sir Shade, why don't you pay a visit to Dr. Kumada? Sure thing, I'll do that. Well, not immediately, I want to do some other stuff. It'd be too much to ask him to come here. I should visit the clinic myself. Unfortunately, she's out at the moment. Okay. What, I can't look at the sky? Okay, I'll look at the yard. The yard is beautifully maintained. It sounded like something jumped out of the water. Maybe they have a koi pond. I did see a fish. Can I hit the fish? Come on. Nope. It's not like the boat was earlier. Garden lantern. That lantern's a little mossy. Excuse me, Zenjo. A hanging scroll. It appears to be a scroll with a mountain drawn on it. There are several old monochrome photos on the shelf. This book seems to be the only one off the shelf. I wonder if she was reading it. This is the Aisha Butler. Okay. Remember. Apparently I can't remember. Let's travel to the Kumada Clinic. Mr. Zenzo, can you tell me where Kumada Clinic is? Understood. I didn't ask you to take me here, just said show me the way. Tell me how to get there. So this is the Kumada Clinic. It looks like a pretty old hospital. Hello. Yes, can I help you? Hi, yes, but I'm not a patient. I'm just here to speak to Dr. Kumada. Ah, might you be the detective? Please, can we have some privacy? Of course, Doctor. Well, let me introduce myself. I'm Dr. Kumada. It's nice to meet you. Likewise, my name is Sel, from Utsugi Detective Agency. I'm conducting an investigation on behalf of Mr. Zenjo. I received a call from the Heir family's butler. He said you said you had something you wanted to ask me? I'm going to ask you something, just to confirm. Miss Kiku's cause of death was heart failure, right? Exactly, heart failure. Having said that, though, I didn't think her heart was in such bad condition that it could give out so suddenly. Well, considering the timing, I don't blame the butler for having his suspicions. Do you know anything about her will? Nope, I'm just a physician, nothing more. Can you imagine, passing away on the very night of announcing your will? Uncanny. I don't know what Zenjo told you, but he's overreacting. Miss Kiku passed away due to medical complications. Stupidest thing I can ask him about. This is a basket. I don't think I can take this. I didn't ask you to take it. I just wanted him to talk about it. Hey, don't go through my desk. Hey, don't go through my desk. I was touching your binders, not your desk. I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take this. This is all so crazy. I don't think I can take this. Can I phone? Hey, don't go through my desk. Hey, don't go through my desk. You know what? Slap you. Hey, don't go through my... I shouldn't. What shouldn't you do? I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take this. I don't think I can take this. No, you can't take the window. Yeah, I don't think we can take this either. I wanted to ask about this stuff, not take it. Yes, I'm going to steal your stool. I need a stool sample. Okay. Oh, I was take, not talk. So when I went to go slap him, I was like, I'm going to take you, Kumada. Not yet. Kumada. It's Kumada, the only doctor in the village. Let's just look around some more. The basket. This must be a basket for the patient's stuff. This looks like a map for medical institution. You know, I bet you I could have took that map. Let's find out. Yeah, take Kumada. Map. Yep. Okay, I can't take this. Fine. I keep hitting B, which just takes the thing down. It says I can take Kumada. I shouldn't. Okay, where? Binder? Hey, don't touch that. Hey, don't go through my desk. I can't have you snooping around. These are private clinical records for my patients. Whoa, it's a picture of a skeleton. Ha, it's just an X-ray image, silly. Oh yeah. Do you know what we call this thing? But she's looking at X-rays, right? I don't really know the exact name. Hey, of course you don't. This thing is called a... Shaukasten? I'm sure that's the Japanese name for it. There you have it. A tidbit from Dr. Kumada. Maybe it'll be useful someday. Guess we'll see about that. There are many medicines laying up here. I better not touch them. Is this planner? You must be quite a busy man. I see some pretty trees outside the window. Even the curtains are spotless, probably because we're in a hospital. No kidding. If you're tired, sleep out somewhere else. Aren't you pleasant? What about your stool sample? It still doesn't look very comfortable. Remember! I can't remember anything. Okay, let's engage the nurse. She seems busy. Now's not the time. Well, ain't that a shame? Okay, what can I talk to you about anymore? About Kiku. This Kiku caused us with heart failure. Well, bully for you. Ayashiro family. Oh, speaking of the Ayashiro family, Azusa Kasuga has a sore throat and is actually here right now. Azusa Kasuga? Kiku's niece? I better talk to her. Azuzu! May I speak with Azusa Kasuga? No need for my permission to ask her. She's right next to you, staring into your soul. I'm Azusa Kasuga. I was just behind the curtain here. Nice to meet you. I'm Sel from the Utsugi Detective Agency. I'd just like to ask... Ah, so you're the detective that Zenjo hired. Sure. I'll take you! Ha 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 ha! I shouldn't. Did you notice anything suspicious surrounding the Ayashiro residence recently? It's not like I lived there, so I wouldn't know. My big brother and Jiro came out to hear the will. On that night, the will was announced. The three of us stayed at the mansion. This doesn't happen every day. So everyone's at the mansion on the night of Miss Kiku, on the night that Miss Kiku passed away? What's your problem? Are you insinuating that one of us did something wrong? You have to be kidding me. My aunt? She was the head of the family and the chairwoman of our corporation. But now, she's in the grave. The timing was a little odd. I mean, she died the very night that she announced her will. I'd like to ask you about the contents of the will. You want me to tell you what was written in the will? I'll pass. Why don't you ask my brothers? What do you know? Stop making me talk so much. I have a sore throat. I don't care who you are. I don't have time for this. Azusa has a bit of a sore throat. It's not serious, but try to keep the conversation short, just in case. Ah, that's right. Miss Kiku was buried nearby at Kaguraga Temple. Thanks for the tip. Well, I don't think I have anything else here. Bitch. Let's look at Azusa. She seems strong-willed. Alright, travel to the temple. To the temple! I appreciate your cooperation, Dr. Kumada, Miss Azusa. I think I'll be off now. I'm counting on you, young detective. Kagura Temple. Kagura Temple Cemetery. So this is Kagura Temple. It's so quiet here. Where? Here. Can I look at this? Oh, the mountain! I can see Myojin Mountain from here. Ha ha ha. Ayashiro family grave. And trip! Boosh! This is where Kiku is buried. The Ayashiro family's grave site. Hey you! Don't mess around by the graves! I'm sorry. This wasn't my intention. You're not from here, are you? You weren't one of the idiots coming to explore the legend, huh? I apologize for yelling at you. Legend? I'm Genshin, the chief priest here. Nice to meet you. I'm Sel from the Utsugi Detective Agency. I'd just like to ask. What? A detective? What business does a detective have in a village like this? Well... the butler of the Ayashiro family. I understand his doubts, but that's absurd. Even the doctor confirmed her cause of death. Even so, would you mind telling me what you know? Very well then. Did you notice anything odd about Miss Kiku's body? No, not really. Miss Kiku is resting in peace. Can you tell me more about the legend you mentioned? It's a rather disturbing story that has been circulating among the villagers for generations. It's said that when the head of the Ayashiro family dies in vain, they will resurrect from the grave and murder anyone they have a grudge against. I believe this is due to the village's custom of burying the dead instead of cremating them. You're saying Miss Kiku's body is still... Of course, she's buried right there, body intact. Also, the Ayashiro family has another story from the Sengoku period that's said to be the origin of the legend. But it's probably not something I should share with an outsider. Did you notice anything unusual about Miss Kiku before she died? Not that no, I don't think so. Miss Kiku was always so kind to me. We used to just talk and talk. It was a terrible loss. That's Genshin, the chief priest. He seems pretty strict. Where? Ancestral grave. A tombstone, huh? Hey, I told you not to touch the graves! This is where Kiku's body rests. So this must be the main building of the Kagura Temple. Let's look at the sky! It's a clear day. I can tell that without looking at the sky. So Genshin, I have a question for you. How you like that impact? It's a stupid joke. Yeah. Open. What? Yes, let's open the family grave. I told you not to touch the graves. The ancestral grave? I wonder if I can open it. Let's open Genshin. I don't think I can open it. Let's open the sky. I'm sorry, that's stupid. I don't care. That's funny. That's funny. I do want to look at those steps. Because I didn't know they were selectable before. Shrine path. This must be the path leading to the shrine. The pavement is made for easy walking. This path is made for walking. And that's just what it'll do. I don't remember a thing. What? Can I open you? I don't think I can open it. Apparently not. Is there anything else here? Can we open the mountain? I don't think I can open it. Okay. Let's see. What else we got to talk about? Kiku. You're resting in peace. A legend. A legend of the Yashiro family. Please, I'd like to hear it. Fine. During the Sengoku period, the Ayashiro family ruled this land as feudal lords. One day they lost a battle, and those who managed to survive held a fort at Myojin Mountain. The The enemy's lord, in order to make an example out of them, dug up Ayashiro's ancestral graves one by one. After a long and gruesome final battle, Lord Ayashiro was executed, but he left a curse in his wake. When the war ended, the enemy's lord visited the village only to die a mysterious death. Some say he went mad from the curse. Others say Lord Ayashiro rose from the grave and beheaded him. This is the story that has been passed down through generations and has now become a legend. Personally, I think he had a heart attack. That's what kind of happened to the girl, so anyway. But at the end of the day, it's all folklore. Miss Kiku is resting peacefully, I am sure of it. You think you've heard enough? That's pretty much all I can offer. Yes, I think so. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, okay, so where are we traveling to now? Ayashiro residence? Excuse me, Mr. Genshin. I hope we can talk again soon. Ah, Sir Shade, welcome back. Seems like the villagers are gossiping as usual. Well, aren't you helpful? Oh, I haven't looked around here yet. Okay, what we got here? The door. Entrance to the living room. The passage. I can't see beyond the hallway. Another door. This is Zenjo's room. Can't go in without his permission. Bohagi. I think the kitchen's behind this door. I won't go in. Aw, but I'm hungry. The light's dead. The lighting's beautiful, and everything's so well kept. There isn't a speck of dust on anything. Stairs. This leads to the second floor, but I shouldn't just roam around. The chandelier. This is a fancy chandelier. Okay, so I guess I'll go back to the station. Okay, so I'm back at the station, but nearby people. Hey, you smoking McSmokerson. What do you want? Tell me about the legend. About the legend of this village. Hang on a sec. I would stay away from that if I were you. Miss Kiku might rise from the grave and come after you! What can you tell me about the Ayashiro family? You live in this village, you can barely dodge the topic, but you never hear anything good about them. He died a while back, but I heard Miss Kiku's husband was involved in some shady business. I wouldn't be surprised if there were grudges against him. I heard an entire family died by suicide because of him. A family died by suicide because of Kiku's late husband? I would stay away from that. Yeah, that's not what I meant to hit. That's this one I meant. I've heard nothing but bad stuff about them. Things like Miss Kiku's late husband being involved in a shady business. I wouldn't be surprised if they were grudges against him because of him. Okay, so you have nothing else. Remember! That's right. I have to talk to the housekeeper back at the mansion. Akane, was it? I wonder if she's back. If she's out somewhere, maybe the station clerk has seen her. That's not what I meant. Sorry. She was always so cheerful, but ever since Miss Kiku passed, she's been terribly depressed. If I were her, I'd move out of the house right away. Who knows what could happen to her? Excuse me. Yes, may I help you? A bunch of people seem to be harassing her about the old legend and whatnot. People are always gossiping about the Ayashiro family. Don't they ever get tired of all the creepy tales? So you have nothing of any help. Oh, the Ayashiro housekeeper just passed by a moment ago. She was headed back to the Ayashiro residence. Okay, well then let's travel back to the Ayashiro residence. Oh, welcome back, Sir Shade. Akane has returned. Well, I think Akane is in Mistress Kiku's bedroom. Please, follow me. Sir Shade, this is Akane. Hello, I am Akane, the housekeeper. Nice to meet you. I'm Sel from Utsugi Detective Agency. I'd just like to ask. Yes. But I don't know if I can be of any use. I know it isn't easy, but can you try and tell me about the night you found Miss Kiku's body? Well, I suppose so. That day the mistress hadn't left the room. I came to check on her, but by then she had already... It was the day she announced her will. Dr. Kumada said she died of heart failure shortly after falling asleep. If only I had noticed. I don't think it's something you should feel guilty about. But... If only I had noticed. As you know, he's the butler of this mansion. If only I had noticed. I want to know about you, girlie. Come to think of it, when everyone was gathered in the living room, I saw Sir Akira out in the yard. Sir Akira? He was yelling for Kaneda. I tried to say hello, but I startled him, and he walked off. I wonder what he was doing. Zenzo told me that he, Kanji, Jiro, Azusa, and Akane were the only people in the mansion at that time. I'm sorry, who's Akira? Oh, he's Sir Kanji's son. He goes in and out of this room from time to time. Yes, how can I help you? Yeah, I want to talk about Akira. Did Akira visit that day too? Was Sir Akira visiting that day? I don't remember. Ah, there goes the phone. I'll be right back. May I help you? She seems very disturbed. Okay, I'm noticing all my menu options are over here on the left. And y'all can't see that, so I'm going to move that over there. Okay. Remember! Nothing. Look, examine. No. Caught, engaged. It's Zenjo. He's on the phone. Maybe I shouldn't interrupt. I will interrupt all I want about Kiku. It was the day she announced her will. Dr. Rana says she died of heart failure shortly after falling asleep. If only I had noticed. Well, you're not helping. As you know, he's the butler of this mansion. But Akira... Sir Akira is Sir Kanji's son. He goes in and out of this room from time to time. On that day, she announced her will. When everyone had gathered in the hall, I saw Sir Akira out in the yard. That's not helpful. So let's look and examine where... Okay, so doors... Flower vase. It's a flower display. I wonder who did the arrangement. Hanging scroll. It's a wall scroll with a mountain drawn on it. This book seems to be going off the shelf. Okay, yeah, I've seen. I know about all this stuff. Photos. Anything up here? No. Just Akane is about all I can pick. She seems very disturbed. So well, everyone. He's on the phone. I should interrupt. Well, piddle.
遺言書の公開が終わった。私さえ気をつけていれば。ご存知のとおり、アキラ様は幹事様の息子。
On that day, she answered well when everyone had gathered at the hall, so secure out in the yard. None of this is very helpful. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Disturbed, yeah. And you've been in this room. Scroll, flower vase. Books don't do anything. That book says it's the only book. Monochrome pictures. Oh, hello. The tatami mat is burned. Oh. I'm sorry for leaving mid-conversation, Sir Shade. Sir Shade. I was on the phone with Mrs. Ayumi. She asked for you to return to the office at once. Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Zenjo. But first, tell me about the burn. I noticed the tatami mat was burned. Do you know why it hasn't been repaired? Oh, is it? Huh, I wonder when that happened. I hadn't noticed until now. Oh. So you hadn't noticed the burn. Also can't move from here. He wouldn't visit her to meet Mistress Kiku, so it wasn't unusual for him to come and go from her room. What they know... Nothing outside of what I told you already. Okay, so let's switch to Akane. I want to ask her about the burn mark. Yes. I had a feeling. Oh. Akane? What's the matter? You look distressed. I'm not traveling right now. She looks distressed. Tell me about the burn mark. I wonder how the tatami mat got burned. Talk, girly. Oh well. Fine, we'll travel to Itsugi's office. Seems like this is all I can get for now. Ayumi is waiting, so I'll head back to the office. Mr. Zenzo, I think I'm going to call it a day. Is that so? Maybe I'm just paranoid. But I hope you can get to the bottom of this soon. Utsugi Detective Agency. Hey, did you figure anything out about Myojin Village? I was curious, so I called to check in. Oh, is that why you called? What do you mean, oh? You went missing once already, of course I'd worry. You're right. Sorry, Ayumi. And thank you. So, tell me. I want to take a look at all the facts so far and come up with a hypothesis. Can you help me? Yes, of course. Remember. I have to recall when I was visiting that village, but... Okay, so speculate. I was hired to investigate the death of Ayashiro Corporation's chairwoman, Kiku Ayashiro. And while you were at it, you were involved in an accident that caused you to lose your memory. My client was the butler of the Ayashiro family. He questioned the nature of Kiku's sudden death. Kiku died on the same day she announced her will. I can understand why the butler was suspicious. The people present were Kiku's nephews and niece, Kanji and Jiro Ayashiro, and Azusa Kasuga. Kanji's son, Akira Ayashiro, supposedly visited that day too, but this mere coincidence. Apparently the cause of Kiku's death was heart failure, but her death does seem a little out of the blue. I'm sure this will contain the details of her assets and who inherits them. Which means we'll have to investigate the Ayashiro Corporation. I'll take care of that. Sel, you should go back to the Ayashiro family's home and see what else you can uncover there. Thanks, Ayumi. I may not have all of my memories back, but I'll do my best. But it's getting late. Let's get some rest and start bright and early tomorrow. She's right. I'm totally beat. I should take it easy for the rest of the night and prepare for tomorrow. Morning. I'm starting my investigation on Ayashiro Corporation first thing. Roger that. I'll head to Myojin Village right away. Contents of the will, Akira. There's so much to investigate. I'll start by talking to the Ayashiros about Akira and the will. Sounds good. Just be careful, okay? You'd better not fall off a cliff again. Chapter 2. The Last Will. And I think I'm going to actually stop it here because I'm not getting many viewers on this one for now. That's it. Will let me hit the buttons. Oh, good morning, back again, huh? I heard the rumors. You're a detective, right? And you're looking for Miss Kiku? Oh, kind of. Is it true that Miss Kiku was murdered? Okay. Alright. Anyone who watches this later, bye guys.